why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
You're easy to like. Should come in handy if you're stopped by a guard. Finally, evidence of intelligent life in Halcyon.
Let's go with that. Okay, let's try that. Persuade, line, intimidate.
A rabble-rouser. Perfect. The colony's full of rabble. Someone with a talent for exploiting insecurities. If you wanted to steal from the rich, you've come to the right colony.
Okay, let's try that. What's this?
Maybe you can fix a drink for me. You're better off without an indenturement contract. I can be reasonably sure you know how to add and subtract.
Let's go with persuasion. Male or female? Well, this time we've never actually played a female character before. We'll try that. Yeah, I went back myself. Bother with any of this. Yeah.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Mood.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably been knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
The Hope. That was the ship that was just on, isn't it?
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Touchdown.
Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Oh shit, it was actually... Oh.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
I agree. Smart. Crouch, jump. Ah! Oh, okay, don't do that. Adorable. Looks like I also regen my health. If I press F, I get something that all does. Oh shh. Go a nice way. I suspect he might have been there for a while.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
What's that? I'm gonna take fall damage. Ah! Fair enough.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Until it draws more. I'll persuade.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Alright. Attack, that. Shoot you. Maybe not. Oh, shite. That was a mistake. I thought it was an A, it said E.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Maybe not. Again? Okay. Okay, that's what the fucking door is for. You can have the 4 weapons per weapons time, blah blah blah. Okay. Consumables. Okay, fair enough. Mods. Used to pick locks. Quests, junk. Okay. Don't know what happened, fine. Question is, do they know where? Same thing. Wait. They seem to be friendly.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech! Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Right.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
I'm all for that.
I'm going in. Company ammo.
You don't mind me looting? Is there any point exploring the area or no? go this way.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move.
Oh, fine. So I can... Okay, that's how you holster.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
What are you going to do? Self-destruct?
Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
What happened if he's dead, though?
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Okay.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Of the Unreliable.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain.
Okay. All right. Da, 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 da. I'm going to go with the recharge rate. Let's take a look.
If your equipment is in need of repair or I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
So you install mods in these things.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Rip. Okay.
The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed. Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Okay, you can't get in there yet.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me. These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
Who's he playing with? Crunchy legs.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Fair enough. Well, I was right. We're not leaving yet. This place is beautiful. Give me a second. hell. Questions, can I do a sneaky kill? You are really fucking blind. Killed. Was that him there? Oh, it was. Ooh. Assault rifle. Not much ammo though. We have a silencer. Whoops. Okay, that was just right after the conversation. Primal. Whoa, what the hell is that? Set my gear up again. Also got a shotgun, which I've completely forgot about. I'm really out of practice. Condition 89%. 1. No wonder it's crap. 68. 100. that way. Yeah, I'll probably go back. Edgewater. Is there anything down here? Alright, boys. Ambush was meant for me coming down this way. I'm dropping frames. Yeah, I am dropping frames. What's going on? On stream. See if I can fix that. Okay, that looks better. I'm kind of slightly stuffed as to how I can improve it. Okay, just checking. That's rather morbid welcome.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Freelancer, probably. I'm still skipping frames. What's going on?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was doing stream stuff. Okay, collect what's owed to you.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah?
Alright then.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
Optimistic.
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Is this a regular occurrence?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
Alright then. It's grim. The fact that plague sweeps by so often. You saw nothing? I mean, what? I could walk through the door, but I wanted to see myself. It's over here. I think I'm going to town. Back here later. Alright. You see, my stream quality is good, but you're still complaining about dropping frames.
They start asking you for some medicine, come tell me. I'll set them straight.
Alright then.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
Sure, that's 6 feet, but anyway. Missions. Oh, that's quest items. So I learned, yeah, so charge edge one moment. Help you find the ship. Yeah, let's do this quickly. I don't think it actually worked. Ah, you have to double click. Ding dong.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Cheers.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. We don't believe in free anything here in Edgewater. We're a Spacer's Choice company.
Of course.
I'm Conrad. You will also report to me in the event of your death. Where... Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
That's not gonna work.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
Sure.
Much obliged.
Oh, screw it. I'll have to talk to him about it. Considering how shit the AI is.
What do you think you're doing? Just don't make any trouble for me, okay?
Whoops. I made it save, so I'm okay. Unlucky autosave. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wish we had some better rations.
We should keep our voices down.
You don't want the company to hear you.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words... Wait! No! Oh, damn. And become the town pariah? I'm already the oldest worker in town. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't ya? Couple hours out of your day and some light second-story work, that's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. I need you to break it. I'll do what I can. You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand. It is a reality of life in the Vale. Grass is brown, sky is... I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough. So you'll do it then?
Sure.
You oblige me with... Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why... Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that... I know that. Reed would have wrote me up.
Okay.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Do tell.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic. I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you. I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better. That's all I can ask of you.
Alright, I'll be back in a sec. All right. How long am I going to play for? Because I haven't really decided. Rob's planning to stream in a bit. I'll probably read him afterwards.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
I know how you feel.
Mainly just let me know I'm still around. But that's about it. What is this? Okay. Take all this stuff. Sure, why you bother closing the bloody door? Alright, fair enough. I picked up a mod of some description. Okay.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that? Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me.
Oh.
Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Eugene wasn't family.
You said he was a relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Nasty place to live. Shit, I didn't realize I had a hotkey on. A hotkey for the... There it is.
You're some sort of freelancer?
Oh, fuck. Vending machine. Oh, what are these? Right. Which one do you have up there? Anyway. Oh, we're just in there.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Go on.
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
They are.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
I have a feeling that I'm going to be faced a choice: either cut off their town from power, cut off the power from their town, or this town.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
First companion.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
And now I gained a friend.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Fair point.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Technically we're out. 2-6. Oh shit.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Why?
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Fair enough. Weigh the pros and cons. Common sense. Which one is it? Oh, that's the way out. It's the icon. I just got a gun up.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. And Ms. Holcomb as well.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling?
Quickest way out of town.
They who are not satisfied with their work are The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan. The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
Scientism? Okay.
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us. We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to Grand Architects ourselves, after a fashion. I would love to discuss the finer points of my religion with you. Oh, wait. No, I wouldn't. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved...
Right.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp, so that's not a variable I can account for. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Marauders?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
So you want to burn it?
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
You're quite a bit about this book.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
For Christ's sake, it's actually freezing now. Didn't realize it was that bad. Oh wow, that is bad. Lower your encoder settings. Oh, I need to figure out how to fix that later on.
Hey, take your time.
Don't patronize me. Frames are moving about, but they're still moving really, really slowly. Probably a good idea to raid and then try to fix it offline. It's never been this bad before. Unsuitable encoder settings, possibly. Christ almighty, that is bad. If I move myself here... It's bad before, now it's just gone totally to shit. GPU's not the issue. Your stream is experiencing issues. Yeah, no shit. Skip frames detected 100% over the last 2 minutes. It was fine a while ago. Why is it suddenly turning to shit now? I'm not running anything. Or shouldn't be.
Ready when you are.
Oh, be quiet. Oh, the GPU's being... No. I'm guessing it's because of the GPU. I'm supposed to freeze it. Right, well, I think the rest of the stream is just going to be me troubleshooting. Because I think I was probably going to stop shortly after this anyway. Okay, watching the stream. There's the mouse. Still stuttering. I'm still dropping frames, so that's not it. Is it because my settings are too high, or is it... Okay, slight improvement. Skip frames detected 99%. Yeah, I'm fully engaging. Okay, let's try adjust 3D render scale to fit your screen. What does that do? Oh, no. Oh god, no, that hurts. Improve performance at the cost of visuals. Jesus Christ. Camera field of view. Skip frame 71%? I can't tell if that's me fixing it. Or something happened. Okay, that's better. That's much better. Okay, I was taxing. Looks like I was taxing my GPU, and that was starting to affect the stream. So that was the cause of it. Oh well. So it was graphics. It was nothing to do with my internet. Right. Where's lockpick? Put them all to either dialogue or... Okay, yeah, dialogue and lockpick. Deliver reads message. Divert power. Retrieve the cache of medicine. Companion quest. Oh, for God's sake, we're skipping frames again. Good.
Had your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
Just checking something. No, never mind. I spoke to you.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
What can I do for you?
His teeth.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor? You may think that, but whether you're... You know about Eugene. Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I did... Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene... I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body. And...
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious...
Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only... I'm sure... Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet... I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
But why? Someone already paid money for the suicide, though. Alright then. That's the only marker. So that's not bad. Oh fuck it, let's just do it now. Right now I've got Streamlabs minimised and got my own stream up. To make sure it's not lagging again, because when I looked at Streamlabs, it was fine. It was lagging a wee bit, and I thought that's what it's referring to. And it was skipping frames for only a few moments.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Thanks.
I love the wind here.
That's my train of thought now. When Streamlabs looked fine, I thought it was just lagging for a moment and then resuming. But no, then checked the stream and oh god, it was even worse.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Bad news for you, mate.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine!
What?
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, few bit carts. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
Alright, I'm in.
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back. Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Got it.
Go on. You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you? Mechanicals have been programmed to... First they will rob us of our jobs.
What's this on the left, I see? I only just noticed. Z?
I'm going.
Oh,
Heading back.
ah, okay, I get it. So that's move. X is... does nothing. Probably shoot at something. Not sure what C is, though.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
When you get...
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you? Yeah? What about him?
Which one's Eugene?
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead. Let me know if you find anything.
Oh, great.
You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Oh, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy. What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A, for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Whoops.
Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again?
Yep.
Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing, far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
No, nothing.
Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the camp? No, this is sounding like... Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauled. Trouble's in the asking. Or don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes. Something I can...
Oh, you've been told to keep your mouth shut?
Yeah?
Interesting. Changed. What? Companion light. Okay. Alright. Okay, no more dropping frames anymore, I think. Yep, stream looks good. I go pack it in for there. Okay, there they are. Alright.